Hi guys, I welcome everyone back to the channel. I welcome my already subscribers and those that are new viewers who are on the channel. I know it has actually been a while, but hey, it's good to be back. In today's video, I shall be looking at why you should not put your hard-earned money in the bank. I know this might sound weird, but hey, if you stay to the very end of the video, then you get to know that you should not put your money in the bank. To hook up with the details, make sure to stick and stay around, for I'll be coming your way pretty soon with the details of this video. See you at the flip side. So now, before we continue, we need to understand what money is and why it is linked up to this idea that you should not put it in the bank.
So now what is money?
Money is nothing but a paper. Money is an idea, and that idea is what is valuable and not the paper. And it is that concept, it is that idea that have made it a value of acceptance. So let's look at what some philosophers have said about banks. According to Jonathan Raymond, he said, "Why do I have issues with the banks? They have their greedy fingers in everyone's money. No other industry has the power to deduct a bill or fees directly from your own account without so much as a notice." Not all. According to Franklin Benjamin, he said, "Money makes money, and the money that makes money makes more money." And Robert G. Allen will put this question to rest. How many millionaires do you know who have become wealthy by investing in savings accounts? I raise my case. And if you look at it, a whole lot of people globally, a lot of people are actually dumping their monies in the banks, making the banks to be richer to their own detriment. Statistics shows that in 2017, globally, about 48% of adults put their money in the bank. And this is higher in high-income earning countries. The figure is at 71%. And in developing countries, the figure is 43%. So this confirms that a lot of people are actually dumping their hard-earned monies in the banks. And these are the monies they could have used to make investments. But those monies are dumped in the banks and given to the bankers to rather make wealth out of it. So now, let's see why you should not put your money in the bank. One, money that are put in the banks keeps the banks richer to the detriment of the saver. What is the point here? So this is what happens when you put your money in the bank, no matter how small or how big it is. When monies are put in the bank for safekeeping, you leave it at the care of the banks. And at that state, you give them access to how they use your money. So that means they can decide to play gamble with it at the stock market. They can decide to loan it out. And of course, loan it out to their big business cronies. Those big business people who keep on making wealth out of your money, because they don't put money in the bank. In actual sense, wealthy people, the concept, the idea of saving, the idea of carrying a huge sum of money, dumping it in the bank, they don't know that idea. They don't understand that language. The language they understand is investment. And they make wealth out of the money of the ordinary citizen, the lower class, the middle class, in society who work so hard and have no idea of how to use their money. Therefore, they leave it at the bank. So they go to take advantage of these monies that are used as savings in the bank. The banks loan them to them. And what they do is that they go to rather increase their businesses. They go to rather establish bigger companies, bigger businesses. And in that case, they will keep on getting richer and richer and richer. And then the lower and middle class will keep on saving and saving to push them there to become more richer. And this explains why the rich in society will keep on getting rich. And the lower and middle class will remain where they are because of that concept of handling money. There was this Arabian, this wealthy man who said, we don't put money in the bank, but when we get, we spend it. We get it, we spend it. It was quite hilarious. And the spending he talked of is not going on a shopping spree, but the spending he was talking of was investment. They don't save it, they rather invest that money. And that's actually what keeps them rich. And they will continue to be rich and have generational wealth for their families. Now, let me tell you one secret about the banks. So let's say, for instance, you go to save $200 in the bank. What the banks do is that they take out 90% of that you're saving and loan it out and keep just 10% as bank reserve. They keep that one as your account reserve. But that 90% is all given out as loans. That gives them a higher returns. And they keep on deceiving the saver that your money is in your account. But in actual fact, your money has been loaned out. When you go to the bank and ask for your balance, and they write for you that you have $200 as your account balance, in fact, it's a gimmick. In fact, it is prankish. In fact, it is deception. That money has actually been loaned out to their business cronies, to big companies, to big businesses, and to enrich them. And in returns, it enrich the banks. And you are consoled with a next to zero interest. See it? Sad, a lot of people are not aware of this tax system that are with the banks. It will shock you that when you go to the bank, you are asking for a loan. They ask for the kind of job you do, and when they know you are an employee, you are not an investor, you are an employee. And I don't know whether it's all banks, but the bank that I'm banking with, if you indicate in the form that you're going to use the money for business, and they look at the fact that you are a salary earner, you are an employee, forget it. Your loan will not be approved unless you indicate that the loan you are taking is probably to buy a car or buy a motorbike, and that one they easily give it to you. But then if you indicate the loan you are taking is for business, you'll be denied because they didn't see you to be monetary wise enough, monetary intelligent enough to handle their money, because they know those that are qualified for such monies. Those that understand the history of money will let us understand that the dollar, arguably the world's most dominant currency, was initially pegged to gold. And that means that in the early centuries, into the late 60s, those that saved in the bank, they were gainers. However, in the 1970s, when President Nixon of the United States decided to take off the dollar from being pegged with gold, and that means that money has become nothing but paper pegged to nothing. And it has become nothing but an illusion and delusion. And this explains why the federal government has to keep on printing more cash, and has made the system that we are living in now to be in a dire situation. And that is why inflation will keep on being on the rise. And this means that more cash, more money is needed to be printed all the time by the federal government. And in that case, inflation has now become a normal and accepted norm. The point is, when you put money in the bank nowadays, you actually lose money. What is the point here? The money you put in the bank, the interest the bank supposedly give you does not commensurate with the rising inflation. It does not equate to the high inflation that is into the money. It's lower than the rate at which your money loses its value to inflation. This means that over the years, the money is being saved. It becomes practically worth less in the future than it is now. In case you are enjoying the video, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. You can also comment if you have any contrary views. You are welcome. Now, as much as I disagree with saving your whole lifetime, but it doesn't mean that saving is outrightly wrong. It depends on the purpose of that saving. If the purpose is for a short term, probably you are saving to have a wedding, you are saving to go on vacation, you are saving in a short term. If the purpose is to do something immediate, then there's a need for it. But if the purpose is for long term, and your hope is that that money is in safe hands and its value will increase, then the person who does that is a loser. Besides this, if the intent, the purpose, is to use the savings as financial hedge to secure your future, to secure the future of your children, then it's a bad financial orientation. So now, the question would be, what should we do? What should we do? And the answer is simple. Invest. Learn and understand the concept of investing and find a very good investment and invest into it. And practice and develop the habit of investing regularly. Sometimes the returns might not be immediate. It might not be immediate. And you might even be broke for a while, and it seems nothing is happening. But hey, rainy days are coming. It's the day where you'll be smiling all the way at your investment that you have done and be happy that you actually invested. And maybe you don't know what to invest in. You ask the question, what should I invest in? But the good news is that in my next video, I shall be talking about profitable and viable income streaming investments, where you can actually invest in that can assure you some juicy returns in the future. So make sure that you subscribe and follow me on my social media channels for updates on my next coming video. But before then, and in the meantime, I will highly recommend cryptocurrency for now. Cryptocurrency. And I know a lot of people have actually heard about it, but they've not taken time to understand what it takes. Either they feel it's some internet stuff that is something that does not matter, or they don't really pay attention to it. So I'll leave a link at the description. You can click on that link, read more about what cryptocurrency is. And in case you read and you are interested, I will equally leave a link to a site where you can securely and safely purchase some cryptocurrency. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you are in Europe, Asia, you are in Africa, wherever you are. That particular platform that I am recommending, on the link, you can easily purchase some cryptocurrency, even with your local currency, no matter the country where you are. So guys, thanks so much for sticking and staying around from the beginning of the video to the very end of the video. In case you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and you can put your comments. Your comments are welcome. In the meantime, between time, I thank you for staying around to the very end of the video. Catch up next time with another video.